As we start things off, earlier this month, Nebraska Governor Pete Ricketts unveiled a $500 million plan to divert water from Colorado by invoking a 99-year-old compact between the two states. This compact would allow Nebraska to be able to seize access to Colorado land along the South Platte River for the purpose of building canals. The compact, which was approved in 1923, would grant Nebraska access to 120 cubic feet per second, or nearly 900 gallons, from the South Platte River during the irrigation season, which is from April 1st to October 15th, and then 500 cubic feet per second during the irrigation off-season. This would be a welcome infrastructure boost for many producers in central and western Nebraska. However, this proposal could face a Rocky Mountain-sized uphill battle from the state of Colorado.
I think Colorado would have some real concerns about this project. It's been probably close to 100 years since Nebraska did any work on that, and they would make the argument that Nebraska's waited too long. Even though it's recognized under the compact, Nebraska has simply taken too long to develop the project, and they shouldn't be entitled to the water, especially if it would displace Colorado water users who went ahead and developed off-season storage and stuff like that. And what it would mean to Nebraska agriculture kind of depends on how much water we're talking about. I mean, Southwest Nebraska is, they've got some groundwater depletion issues there, and so more water would certainly be welcome, whether it's for groundwater recharge or surface water irrigation or whatever. But we don't know how much water is involved. We don't know how it would be used once it got to Nebraska. And so there's just an awful lot of questions that we have. But my guess is that if we pushed on it very hard, that Colorado would probably take us to court.
While little is known about the project, aside from the proposed $500 million expense, Dave tells us he does expect to learn more about this finer details of the project as the 2022 legislative session continues to play out. Beyond the possible legal challenges faced from the state of Colorado, Dave is waiting to see how the Nebraska political dominoes will fall.
First, is there more detail about what this project would be? How much it would cost, how much water would we get, and then, how the water would be used. That would be nice to have better information about. But then the second thing is, that's an awful big chunk of the governor's budget for 2022. And I imagine that there are plenty of senators in the unicameral who would have their own projects that they'd rather see funded rather than this irrigation project in Southwest Nebraska. So there's that whole political dimension that we'll just kind of have to watch and see play out as the budget moves through the legislative process.
Nebraska's Attorney General Doug Peterson said of this project that, quote, Colorado has been issuing water usage permits that would cut into Nebraska's rightful share. He went on saying, in part, it's crucial that we be able to maintain these flows. This is certainly a story our team will continue to follow as that legislative session continues.